I'm not gonna lie, I was high-key excited for today's review. It was high-key all I was thinking about all day. Um, Eating my meal prep right now. Vodka, pasta, 570 calories, 22 grams of protein, 16 grams of fat, and 60 grams of carbs. Anywho, and like 4 grams of sugar. Not that anyone asked, but yeah. Anywho, what was I gonna say? Any cuts I make throughout this video is probably because I'm eating, even though I'll probably be eating and thinking at the same time. But why was I super excited for today's recap? Because last night, yesterday, whatever, we ended off with a huge breakthrough. Where is it, bro? I cannot find it. Wait. Was it on NQ? Okay, it was on NQ. So we ended off with a huge breakthrough in understanding something about our model. However, what was this breakthrough? Just for a mini recap. Okay, perfect. So we found out that when analyzing our trades that ended up being losing trades and trades that ended up being winning trades, we realized a clear differential within them. We realized the correlation between an incorrect bias often resulted in SMTs failing to hold, and vice versa. When SMTs failed to hold, it would mean we would have an incorrect bias. However, something huge about SMTs holding, and this is the statistic out of all of our trades, by the way. However, combining these two statistics, looking at the times our SMTs continue to hold compared to the times where it failed to hold, we had around a 65% hold rate. We'll call it hold rate, win rate, whatever you want to call it. 65% probability based upon the current trades we've executed upon, which are low probability trades, that our SMTs have been holding. But within these SMTs held, that doesn't mean we've had 24 wins and 13 losses. No. Within these SMTs held, what we're going to do today is look at every single one of these trades with SMTs held, as well as flag them in our Notion journal. And see what trades. Sorry, the camera needs to focus. I give up, bro. I'll fix it in a minute. I'm not even gonna unplug it. Let me fix it, bro. Okay, fixed it. But it literally took like a minute and a half. However, analyzing out of these 24 trades where we've executed upon and SMTs held, we're going to analyze the winning trades, separate the winning trades from the rest of everything else. Then what are we going to do with, what would we call it, the control group, the rest of everything? We're going to analyze every single trade idea where the SMT held but was not a winning trade idea, and we're going to see whether or not and why it wasn't a trade idea, whether it was based upon a premature entry, based upon our own, I'll just call it like lack of discipline, like psychological failure, whether or not we just didn't take profit, didn't follow our model, broke our rules, whatever the case is, as well as trade, really those two. There's the trade ideas where premature entry, like I just said, broke our rules, or didn't take our profits, which also relates to breaking our rules. So we're going to break those two down, because if we can even increase this statistic, because what it truly should be, it should be 24 wins, 13 losses. Because if the SMTs continue to hold and I executed upon the proper trade ideas, and price action still continued in the direction. However, I didn't end up catching the move due to X, Y, and Z, or I executed upon the move, didn't take profit, whatever the case is. It's just statistic should correlate to my wins. SMT's held should correlate to my wins. So I'm gonna write that down right here, or what my assumption is. So my current assumption is that SMT's held correlates to my win rate. Now, not directly, definitely indirectly. Directly, there is a lot of other things that, go into addition for something to be a win. You may get trolled out of a trade. You may obviously break your rules. That's your own, fault. But for the most part, indirectly, I do believe it is correlated to my win rate. And then we'll maybe do these a separate day. But I really, really want to go into this. So let's stop procrastinating, chatting, and let's get into it. So we did the full review last night, but I didn't flag everything. So what I'm actually going to do right now, I'm going to pause the recording. I'm going to go in, I'm going to flag everything, and then we're going to look through each trade idea together. Also gives me time to eat in peace. Okay, I'll be back in like 20 minutes, 10 minutes, something like. Okay, it took a little while, but we did it. We finally flagged every single trade with SMT held, premature entry, blah blah blah, filter hold, blah blah blah. So let's start off by filtering out on every single trade that only has SMT held. Oops, how do I do this? SMT held. Okay, yeah, there you go. So all of these are the trades with SMT held. We're first going to look into every single one of these. This should be around, I wonder if it shows. No, it doesn't show, but it's a bit of trades. I want to analyze from this all the trades that were simply wins. So we're also going to do a double filter. So we're going to do this right now. Where is it? Executed. Bro, where is this? Am I blind? Trade status. Holy cow. Am I blind? Oh, it's right there. Okay. So, trade status, win. I first want to look at all the trades that were winning trades. Now remember, this is all the way from July 29th. This is horrible. So we have a total of 6 wins. Now that may seem brutal, I know, but we're going to put these aside. I promise the statistics will get better. So I'm going to type real quick. We have, hold up, let's go to TradingView real quick. Oh, also, this is huge. While I was doing this, something came across my mind, and it was this text right here. I know I spelled order wrong. In order to fix us having an incorrect bias at times, we need to look at what we fully classify as a low-hanging fruit. I accidentally wrote lower time frame, but low-hanging fruit as an internal target. The losing trades may have similarities with the liquidity we're looking to have been targeting. So I was looking at some of these trades too, the SMTs that fell to hold, and I started to kind of just realize some trades kind of have the same target, the same low probability target. What do I mean by the low probability target? It's not really low hanging fruit. It's not really a solid enough draw on liquidity in order for us to look to displace toward. That was just something to keep in mind on how to filter this out. That's just something to keep in mind for next session or next week or whatever the case is, moving forward on how to properly correct us just simply having an incorrect bias, because we're starting to develop the solution to premature entries, maybe the entry as a whole. We're about to look into how many trades were actually premature entries, and just simple mistakes, whatever the case is, that we can fix. But this, I was also thinking on how do we fix this? Having an incorrect bias with those SMTs failing to hold, because those aren't premature entries. Those are simply the fact that a setup showcase. However, the bias was incorrect, which still led me to execute upon the trade idea because the entry may have been valid or whatever the case is. However, price action didn't play out toward that draw on liquidity because that draw on liquidity wasn't actually a draw on liquidity. So that's 100% something to keep in mind on how to fix this right here. But we're focusing on how to fix this first, one thing at a time. Also, I was on Instagram for a minute, and actually, I was gonna show you guys something that was really really good. I found some kid was talking about something, and I think it was amazing. He was talking about the moment you're able to fix your or speed up your process of learning and speed up your process of application, that's when you will begin to make so much money you won't know what to do with it. The only difference between most people is their application and their speed of learning, then their application of applying what they learned. Um, you know, that's what separates a lot of people from actually succeeding. Because a lot of people learn, however, they continue to procrastinate on the application to what they learn, or they procrastinate on the learning and speed up the application. Both have to be quick. Once you can do that, I'm saying it because that's literally what we're doing right now. We're learning to speed up our ability to learn, and then hopefully speed up our application based upon what we learned. So, anywho, aka applying what we learned from refining our model. So right here we have all of our winning trades. We're gonna put 7 trades away. Almost said 6. Close. So 7 winning trades. Trades, SMTs held. I gotta make sure I accidentally don't pause the recording. And then, bro, oh my gosh. Notion. Holy moly. Now we're gonna look at executed upon loss. This is a lot. But before I freak out, I want to see the reasonings behind this. This is kind of crazy though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So let's put that down. 13 losses. Static. Or this is me not changing the statistic, because we're going to break down inside of these 13 losses how many was based upon what. So inside those 13 losses, let's get into it. We're also going to flag it too. Tonight, hopefully, I can go to sleep by 10:30 p.m. That's the goal. In bed. So, this is the first trade. We're going to look through all this together. This is the first trade idea. Price action. What did it end up doing? Oh, this was Friday. I'm so stupid. This was Friday. This was simply a premature entry. So we have one premature entry. How are we going to do this? Let's... Oopsie. Probably going to make a mind map. I think that'll be better. Yikes. Yeah, we're probably going to need a mind map. I'll put all this into a mind map in Obsidian in a bit. Probably like next couple of days. Because I don't really think using the trading view is going to work, because I'm going to write so much. So we have premature loss. We'll just flag it as 1. Bang. So 1 premature loss. premature entry, sorry. Same point. That's one. Let's look at this one. Because I want to see whether or not it was premature or broke my rules or whatever the case is. This was accidental. However, I'll still say broke my rules. I'll still categorize it into broke my rules. This, like I said before, this should have been a winning trade. I accidentally scaled an additional contract because I was on the 30-second time frame instead of the 1 minute. I didn't realize, so I scaled in the contract. I screwed myself over, but I'll just count it as broke my rules. Broke my rules. We have one. What the heck? It's holy janky. Straight down, bro. Just draw the line. Grown ass man can't draw a line. Like what? So, broke my rules. Here, September 19th. Wicked out. Did scale in an additional contract here. I wouldn't necessarily say broke my rules, so I'll just call it. I'll call it wicked out. I'll literally put wicked out. Because I'm sure there's a couple trades in there that were also wicked out, probably 2 or 3. Wicked out. Okay. Let me actually put the reason. Shoot. Here, I'll just put it here for now. Wicked out. SMT held. I'll just flag it as broke my rules and lack of awareness. This is premature entry. That's is what it is. This one, what we got going on here? Tung 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 sahar. Yeah. Oh wait, this is the same execution here. Oh yeah, literally wicked out. Huh? Oh, I ended up missing this long to upside because we had such strong displacement. I'm so dumb. Okay, yeah. That still held, so I'm not gonna put anything. I don't need to put wicked out again. These are 2 different ideas. I wasn't actually able to execute upon this idea. I should have put I don't really want to put miss entry because price actions display so quickly. I couldn't get an entry. I literally could not get an entry. This was one of those times where I just next candle immediate first second like poof. Okay, so I'll put or prior to when I was looking at execute. I mean, so I'll just put watched only because it's kind of mixing some things up. Okay. I don't know why it's not updating. Oh, okay, bro. You got it. Wait. Did I mess it up? Anyways, bro. So this one right here. This was premature entry. So we have another premature entry. Premature loss. Bang. Okay, I'm gonna keep the tally on the second monitor. So I did like that. That's so crap needing to switch back and forth. Okay, now this could go a lot quicker. 1 premature loss. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 10. We had 13, bro. What did I do? Bro. Let me fix it. Oh my gosh, bro. Let me pause and fix this real quick. I added the 3 I removed, but I'm missing 1 more, so I'm not gonna go try to find it right now. I'll find it eventually, but I guess we're not finding bro right now. Anywho, so I accidentally removed this one right here. So this one was a pretty sure proper trade idea. Yeah, no, this is the one I got wicked out of. Okay, this pissed me off. This one right here, okay. This was flagged as premature entry. So I want to see. Bang. Oh. Oh my goodness. guess I need to put the light down. This is the most like sloppy recording. Okay, sorry guys, it's gonna be, you guys don't even need to see me for real. I'm almost a shadow, bro. Fine, I'll just keep the light on until the video's done. Premature entry. Holy, this is so sloppy. 3. Okay, now we're back in motion. Okay. Check out this one. Premature entry. Just double checking. Don't worry, guys. I'm double checking. I want to make sure, right? SMT held. You know, if it says premature entry, I'm just gonna tag it as premature entry, bro. Don't even need to double check. This was a lost SMT held, so this will be trailed out, wicked out, whatever. So wicked out 2, because I could look into how to like refine those myself. That's crazy. This is premature entry. 5 premature entries so far. 1 broke my rules. Okay, 2 broke my rules because I literally remember this day. Broke my rules. I didn't take profit. Premature entry. So 6 premature entry losses. 7 premature entries losses. 6 or 7 premature entry losses. 8 premature entry losses. Oh my goodness. 9 premature entry losses. Holy cow. I hope the last one wasn't a premature entry loss. Like what? But let me take a look at this though. SMT held premature entry. This don't look like SMT held. Are we sure? Oh, I'm assuming the next one was a win. Okay. It just looks a little weird because I can't see, like, I'm sure there were 2 trades on August 7th. So I see the loss, but I don't see the win. So I'm like, where's the rest of the price action? But I put the rest of the images in the winning trade. I'm assuming if I continue to write SMT held premature entry. Okay, so we have all these trades so far. And this is our statistic for it. So let's talk to ChatGPT and have them fix it. Okay, here. I probably had 1 more broke my rules. I'm not gonna lie. So I'll just, just for love of the game. Now let's talk to ChatGPT and have him give our statistics. Trading chat. Okay. So. Okay, wait. No, I need to talk to other AI. I have multiple chats for multiple things. Okay, I was going to mention this in the trading chat, but I'm just going to mention it here because that's where I started the reviewing. So, doing another video right now. I'm saying that like, okay, bro. So, we're looking at currently, oh my goodness, all of the trades within SMT's held. We moved aside 7 winning trades, which were winning trades within the SMT's held, the 24. We found out we had 13 losses, and within these 13 losses we had 9 trades where it was a premature loss, 3 trades where I broke my rules, and 2 trades where I got wicked out. Can you give me the percentage based upon premature loss, broke my rules, and wicked out? I already know to focus on figuring out how to refine premature losses, but I just want to know the statistic or the whatever percentages. So while it's doing that, we're going to write this here. So we have 9 trades premature entry. We have 3 trades broke my rules. I'm high-key sure I have more. Or I broke my rules, I'm not going to lie. A lot more. Wait, that wouldn't make sense. Okay, the camera's just gonna do its thing. I'm not even gonna try to fix the camera right now. And then 2 trades wicked out within that 13. So it said, here's the breakdown of your 13 losses. Premature losses relates to basically 70% of my trades, 69.2. Trades with broken rules correlates to 23%, and wicked out of trades correlates to 15.4%. Meaning the premature entries, it's what's we already know this, but what's causing the leak? Bro, I hate when this camera doesn't focus. Like, genuinely, I cannot stand. Okay, I fixed it. So cool. Now we have these statistics. What else do we need to know within SMTs held? Book my rules. So we separated the wins and the losses. If we combine them, that's everything, no? Or SMTs held. Here, let's see. I feel like we're missing something. 7 winning trades, 13 losses. That's 20 trades. Where's the rest of the 4 trades? We're missing 4 trades. Break even trades. I forgot. Break even trades. That's what I forgot. That's where my rules were broken. So those were lost. Oh, this is juicy. Okay, bro. Okay. Wait, we're actually cooking. Wait, then how is it only 24? This math doesn't even make sense. Hold up. Wait, let's go back real quick. Man, take a step back. SMT is hold. SMT hold. SMT. All of this was SMT hold. Man, I'll just count all of it after. Let's do this real quick. Break even. Okay, let's see how much profit I left on the table. So we can use the same thing. I'm just gonna draw another line below it, like this, but this time for break even trades. So let's look at. Let me, like always, move this to my second monitor. Okay. First trade idea. Break even, SMT held. What was the error? Probably broke my rules. Brutal trading day, perfect buy risk scale. I'm assuming I broke my rules, but I can't see the images, so I literally don't know. Now my Notion's blowing up, dude. I can't even record a video in peace. And this is why it takes me like hours to record a video, because I try to record a video, something happens, I just scrap the entire recording. I just blew up my Notion journal. Give me one sec. Oh, this pissed me off, bro. I guess my PC is just about to implode. Let's take a look here. Broke my rules, I over-targeted. Okay, there you go. Broke my rules. That's just gonna be flagged as broke my rules. Another one bites the dust, I guess. So one trade broke my rules. That caused break even. I already know this trade broke my rules because I remember this. But let's just double check. Literally didn't take my profits. Can't believe it. Broke my rules. You know what? Let me flag as didn't take profits. Because I want to see whether or not all of these trades is literally didn't take my profits. Because if it's all these trades didn't take my profits, I'm going to be pissed. Two broke my rules. Trailed out, I'm assuming. But I need to see the image because, yeah, trailed out. Okay, at least one of them is trailed out. I'm fine with a couple trailed out trades, that's fine. But not all of them being But I just skill an additional contract. If I didn't do that, I would have still been in the trade, but whatever. Let's check this one. Okay, Nuffly. So it says a few points off before we should have taken profit at second internal high. If the images could load, I'd be able to see if those, true, but it looks like I wrote it. I remember this trade. Didn't take profits, bro. I over targeted. Oh my goodness. Literally just a handful of trades where I just broke my rules. This one literally hit my RR. I remember, yeah, it was short. Yep. Didn't take my profit. Look at this. Exceeded my drawn liquidity. I targeted more. Bro, this literally was a 8 RR trade, bro. Scaled in. How many contracts did I scale in this? I don't know. Wait, I scaled in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 contracts. Went from 1 to whatever R to 8 RR, bro. Be so for real. And I didn't take my problem. Oh my gosh, bro. Cool. So we have 5 trades. 5 trades, 4 of them I didn't take my profits, 1 of them I got wicked out. Be so for real, bro. Be so for real. Okay. Let's throw that into the statistics, I guess. That's important too. But at least those are things I'm actively changing, like, or I've already changed. Like, five break evens, 4 trades broken rules, not taking profits, over targeting, 1 trade wigged out. I can't spell. What is happening? Time is at 9:08 p.m. It's like he's still early. And I already took a shower. Let's go. Now we can have missed entries. We only had 1 missed entry with SMTs held. I guess the number's different because I included break-evens too. I included missed entries. There you go. That makes more sense. Don't know what this is, but I'll just put missed entry. So we had 1 with missed entry, and then let's do watched only. 1 watched, or well, I know which one that one is. And then not taken, invalid, meaning was not okay to skip. So I missed 3 trades. Missed 3 trades that I thought were not valid to take. 1 trade break even. Or sorry, not break even, freaking or we were sorry, yawned. Take that trade. It wasn't a missed trade. Okay. So everything we have so far. Let's use ChatGPT for this. Make sure he's listening or it's listening. So everything we have so far, we have set, and now this number is larger than the total SMTs held, but these are, I don't know. When I went in, I included trades that I missed as well. So we have 7 winning trades where the SMT held, 13 trades. Within these 13 trades, they had 9 premature entries, 3 where I broke my rules, 2 where I got wicked out. And then we had 5 break-even trades we had 4 trades where I broke my rules and did not I over targeted, so that winning trade number could have been 12. I can actually check how much profit I left on the table, but 4 trades where I broke my rules, didn't take profits, 1 trade where I got wicked out, I break even, and 3 trades that I thought were not valid to take, missing out on more profits. So if I were to have included the 5 break evens, or we'll call it four break evens, where I would have taken my profit, and the 3 additional trades, that would have tallied up to around 14 winning trades with SMT held and 13 losses, which is a lot better of a statistic. However, yeah, it's not. My camera's blurry again, dude. This camera's pissing me off. As soon as I pause the recording, it fixes itself, bro. This is why you can't have anything nice in Ohio, bro. Okay, so this would have said key insight: realized win rate 7 out of 20 actual outcomes, 35%. Brutal. But for baseline, that's not half bad, because I'm performing like garbage right now. You guys, we have to genuinely take into consideration how horribly I'm performing right now pertaining to my model. Adjusted win rate would have been 51.9%, which is good for adjusted win rate, because that would mean I would have a 50% win rate without even having filtered out my losses yet. So what I just said to the recording is that's actually really good, because have to take into consideration I'm performing like garbage right now, so my win rate is 35%. However, even if it was adjusted 51%, that would be amazing based upon how I'm performing right now, because these statistics would be without filtering out any of my losing trades, any of my leakages in the premature entries, or me having, done whatever garbage. So, okay, I said that to ChatGPT. So now we have a full breakdown with the SMTs that held. Obviously, we know where the leak is. We can see it right here. Me breaking my rules and premature trade entries. Question is, how do we fix these? Me breaking my rules, that's already fixed, fortunately. So we don't need to look into that. However, I just need to give that time to where I am taking my profits when those trades do occur. Yeah, it's basically saying your model is not the problem. Your current data is providing that the model works. The leaks are executional. That's why this strat is encouraging. Even 35%, even if 35% looks ugly. So I'm not going to use ChatGPT probably for the rest of this, or that's definitely not true. But anyways, so now we have everything fully broken down. Cool. What's the next step? Let's think. So we've fully broken down SMTs held. Do I still have my obsidian on this? Yes, I do. Holy, if you were here for the obsidian grind like a year ago, man, you're so OG. Trading. Yeah, if you were here for this, oh yeah, you're OG, bro. But looks like we're about to add to our trading model refinery. Holy cow, I remember this. Short-term, all this stuff. Look at this. Sorry, a bit of nostalgia for you guys. 50% win rate. Holy cow, all this. This is when I was making the case studies for you guys. If you go back on my channel, like the 2,000 word case studies, or sorry, like 4,000 word case studies. I can still do those, but probably in the future. Holy cow. Oh, I'm such a good trader, dude. It pisses me off why I'm not printing money out of my right ball sack right now. I should be making 30K a month, have a trading mentorship, and be making other people profitable. I'm such a good trader. Call me the next Tom Trades. Literally, I'm such a good trader. It's so ridiculous. I am such a good trader. Okay. Anywho, so right now we have all of our SMTs held broken down. we could start to look into breaking down this, or we can do it tomorrow. However, I'm just trying to think on whether or not we've fully digested or not digested, dissected everything in here, or if there's a little bit more we need to look into with our SMTs held. Because what I'm thinking is this. This is potentially the plan for tomorrow. Dissect this. Then we have a blueprint on where to go. So then we have, for both things, then we have all of our losses, or sorry, leaks. You know, we have our leaks for this one, and we have our leaks for SMT held. And then we start with the largest leak. So the largest leaks in both categories, we'll start by looking to refine clearly the premature entry, and then we'll look into whatever leaks is in here, rather than just kind of like diddling around and doing nothing, just going back and forth with SMT solid, because I think we milked all the information out of it. Let's double check with ChatGPT one more time. I mean, well, I double checked with my mind already, but I might as well ask ChatGPT, like, what? Get a second opinion, like. So, anyway, I just fully dissected all the SMTs held. We clearly have all the data broken down within SMTs held. Within this review session, I was going to go into SMTs that failed to hold and failed to hold due to the incorrect bias, but I think I'm going to leave that for tomorrow. But this is what I was thinking for the plan, though. I was still planning tomorrow's review session. So looking at the leaksables, so we already have our main leaks in SMTs held. Me breaking my rules in premature entries, mainly premature entries. Even though I broke my rules 7 times, literally almost the same amount as premature entries, but whatever. Those I'm already actively fixing, so that's fine. But the 9 trades that were premature entries, we look into those first initial leaks, and then look into the leaks within our SMTs failing to hold or us having an incorrect bias, and then tackle those two. I'm trying to get a second opinion on if there's anything else I should do tonight, or if, you know, having dissected all the trades within SMT's held is already enough for tonight moving forward. Because I just don't want to sit and like mentally think I'm doing something when I'm really doing nothing. But these review sessions have been crazy, though, I can't lie, like, genuinely. It's something you should sell on, like, mentorship, so people can see how you're learning. It says good reviews are about clarity, not volume. Tonight you already got the clarity with the SMTs held, going into the execution leaks. Tomorrow you can switch gears. SMTs failed, bias/liquidity leaks. Solid. The smart place to stop here. Write down your findings, bullet points, blah blah blah. Okay, looks pretty good. So that is tonight's review session. In a bit, not a bit, like a couple of days, I may go into Obsidian and make a whole mind map with, based upon everything. Log into my TradeZilla. But yeah, make a mind map based upon everything. Look how I used to execute. Holy cow. What the heck was I doing? What was this? How was I trading? What was I doing, bro? Anyways, yeah. So, what the heck? Anyways, bro. I'll see you guys in a bit, bro.